My name is Melanie Glister, and this is Shan Johnson, and I will be doing a mock interview with her for class purposes. Shan, if you would, you can go ahead and begin to speak.
What I just want to talk about, something happened like 3 years ago when I had my son, and I don't know, it's still bothering me because it just got brought up again like yesterday and this past week. My son he was on an Amber Alert, and somebody was plotting to take him from me, and I went through a lot. Like it was scary because I had to watch my baby real carefully, and it's like this was somebody that was close to me. And like my whole pregnancy, they pretend like they were pregnant, but the whole time they was pregnant, they was plotting to take my baby. And so one day she staged her car to get stolen and had some guys steal it and said that my baby was in the car. She had a car seat, everything. There was a dummy car seat. There was no baby in the car. But she was saying that it was my baby that was in the car, but she was saying that like it was her baby, but it was really my baby that she was talking about in the situation. So at the time I was in Louisiana, and my family kept calling me, the family that I don't talk to. They were calling me, and it was just weird because they was calling me a lot, and I'm like, what's going on? So I finally answered. My aunt was like, where the baby? Where the baby? And I was like, my baby right here with me. He's asleep. He was like, he was maybe about 2 or 3 weeks at the time. And so I was like, what's going on? And she was like, where are y'all? I was like, we're not in Texas. And she was like, well, you need to get down here because the police are here. Your baby's on the Amber Alert. There's pictures all over the news and stuff like that saying that he got kidnapped. And I'm like, what? So I'm thinking, like, I don't talk to that side of my family. So I'm thinking, like, it's just a joke or something, or is they doing something to try to make me talk to them or reel me in to do something just to come face them. So I get online and I see that it's on there and it's true. And then other people were sending me screenshots and text messages. Come to find out, the lady, she was portraying my baby to be hers, and she was saying she was pregnant the whole time. Her due date was supposed to be like a month before mine. But I don't know, she never really looked pregnant to me, but she kind of did. I don't know if she had a fake belly this whole time. And like I don't know, but she would act weird because sometimes when she had her baby, I asked her, I was like, "Can I see your baby?" She said her baby was sick at birth. Then she was like, he had to stay at the hospital. Then when the baby left the hospital, she would come visit me and come see me and my baby, but she would never bring her baby. And so I'm like, where your baby at? And she's like, oh, he at the house with his grandma. He can't come outside right now because, his little situation from when I had him at birth. He's still going through this. So I'm like, okay, I just brushed it off. So I asked to see him. Well, no, I didn't even ask. She just showed me a picture of him. She showed me a picture of a baby at birth, like at the hospital, like just now coming out. And then she showed me a picture of a baby in like a little swing. But the baby looked like two different people. So I'm like, okay.
So, about this keep coming up, I sense fear that you may have some type of fear because when you hear, because of what you've experienced
Mm-hmm.
in that situation 3 years ago, and now you said it came up again yesterday. This lady that portrayed to have a child doing and was pregnant during the same time you were pregnant, but
Mm-hmm.
all the time there was a plot.
Yeah, there was no baby.
And so um, there's fear there.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it just made me real uncomfortable because like it's just weird because like I hadn't seen her no more because the police after that they started watching my house because I was letting them know like I'm home by myself. I was postpartum, uh, and I was real sick when I had my baby. I had high blood pressure and everything, and I really couldn't move a lot fast by myself. So I went to go stay with one of my aunts, but she was always gone. So I would have to call the police. They told me let them know, like every time when I felt uncomfortable or if I had to go outside to check the mail, I just let them know, like, hey, can y'all have officers outside the house because she know where I live and like I'm just now giving birth and I can't move as fast and I had 10 stitches. So it's easy for them to like knock me out and take my baby.
are you saying that also that you're fearful that like wherever you go within this is like hunting you?
Hmm. Because like one day I went downtown Dallas, and I seen her, and I was walking with my baby. She hadn't seen him, and she hadn't seen me since the incident. And so like I pretend like I didn't see her because I didn't want to remember that again. Because it was real stressful for me. Like I almost went to jail for having my own baby that I didn't kidnap. I had to prove fraternity that he was my child through headquarters and everything. Like I couldn't even go nowhere with my baby. And they wouldn't let me leave with my baby, even though he was already with me. They wouldn't let me leave nowhere else with my baby until I got all that done. So it's like when I seen her again, he was walking. Now he think he a big kid. So sometimes, like if we walk into the car or whatever, he want to walk to the car before me. But she was in the parking lot, and I didn't know I was gonna see her. So I'm like, hold my hand, like stay with me.
So by this happening, this experience also, um, I sense that the protection, you feel as though that you have to protect him.
Hmm.
There's fear there as well. But
Hmm.
I can sense that you feel like you have to protect him. You don't, because uh, anything is liable to
Yeah.
take place.
And that kind of made me be like overprotective with him. Like even with my family, I wouldn't even let nobody babysit him. I wouldn't let nobody go nowhere with him alone. Like I wouldn't. And my family is feeling some type of way. Like they get into it with me. Like you think somebody gonna do something to your baby and this and that. But I'm like, no, I just went through this. Like I almost had my baby stolen, and then again, I almost went to jail for kidnapping. It was my own child, and he was with me the whole time. The car was never in a I don't know. The car was never in a robbery. My baby was never in that car. She changed his name. I mean, it was news articles everywhere, and like social media, like people just all around the town was attacking me, saying, "Why you steal that woman, baby?" and stuff like that. Like a lot of people was after me, and I'm like, I don't see how all these people are after me. Like this is my son. Like this never was her child, and he don't look nothing like her.
So it was embarrassment.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. And it was kind of like it was overwhelming too because like it was just so many people attacking me about the situation because they think that I stole a baby that I didn't steal. And then like her daughter, she went and did a news report, and she was talking to the news people. They recorded it, and she was saying like that my baby was her brother and to bring her brother back and stuff like that. And I'm like, she know this is not her brother. And I don't know, it was just crazy because I don't know, like these people, I know them, and I didn't think that they would try to do something like that. And it's just weird to me because like they not my baby not related to them, so why would you be plotting to take my baby from me
And
and
so,
change his name? She changed his name and everything in the news article.
mm,
And she had pictures of him and her. She was whenever I would go to the bathroom or whatever, she asked to hold him or whatever. So I would let her hold him, and like I would come back, and I caught her taking a selfie like of him and her. And like, but at the time I wasn't thinking nothing of it because I'm real close to her. But as this continues and she's steady snapping pictures, she's sending the pictures to another man because she told him that she was pregnant. And so how I found out about it when my family was calling me, he posted a picture on Facebook. Everything on Facebook gets around. So they seen the picture of my baby. And my aunt was like, that's not your baby, that's my niece's baby. She just had this baby like 3 weeks ago. And so he was like, no, this my son, this lady saying that this my son or whatever. She won't let me see him. She keeping him away from me and stuff like that. So I guess they met up with him and they talked to him and come to find out he was a friend of one of my uncles that got killed like years ago. And so like he just gave us the whole rundown. He all the pictures that he had was of my baby. She was sending them to him, pictures of her and the baby, and she was just sending them to him. She was giving them to his mom and everything. So this whole time they thinking that the baby is their grandchild and their son, and it's not. So it was I don't know. It was weird, and I was kind of disgusted, and I didn't want to talk to her because.
so, and this, all this that took place in regards to her putting your baby on Facebook and pretending that it was her child, but then that makes you, I see that it's having you to guard yourself against people
Mhm.
and not really trust people.
Mhm. especially not around my son. Like then what that happened, and like I don't know. Like even if somebody walk up and be like he cute, you know how like some people just walk up and be like he cute and they'll stop and talk to your kids. I might just grab my son. They might not even be trying to do nothing, but that's just like a natural effect that I have now because like he was almost kidnapped, and then not only was she trying to kidnap him, it was her family too. So she had other people working with her, and it's like I don't know. It was real hard for me because I don't know. I used to have dreams about it. I would wake up thinking my baby was gone and stuff, or like they would come inside the house or whatever. So I stayed calling the police a lot. They would leave me voicemails. Her daughter was trying to fight me, like jump on me, and I'm like, why are y'all trying to jump on me about this baby? The baby not even related to y'all. Like the baby ain't got nothing to do with them. So I don't know. I was just lost and confused and hurt at the same time because I don't know. I never thought I would have to
Causing
go through that.
anxiety.
hmm And it's like I just would dream about it, just keep dreaming about it, and I would think that he was gone, but he would be right there with me. Sometimes I didn't even want to go outside with him, not by myself anyway, because like it's more of them than it is of me. They could knock me out or do anything and take my baby and just take off with him, because they already portraying to the world that this is her child. So it was, I don't
So the
know.
sense of control, it was like the you. I'm sensing that you felt as though you had no control over the situation
Mm-mm.
because there were so many against you
hmm
in this situation.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was really hard for me. And then for her to be bringing it up again, somebody else came and told me about the situation, and then I don't know how they got on the situation. I guess the lady was speaking on me and the daughter, whatever, and they talking about the baby, and somehow they got on my social media. So now they saying how big he is and stuff, and how grown up he is, and it's I don't know. People can make fake pages, or they can go on other people's social media, and like I seen that she watched like pictures of me posting my baby or a video of us, and it's just like weird because like why are y'all still watching my baby? And it's I don't know. And then I keep seeing y'all like in places that I don't normally go. Y'all there, and I'm walking with my child alone, and he don't know, so I be having to, hang on to him tight. He likes to walk by himself and think he a big kid. He don't like me holding his hand all the time. He don't want me to carry him all the time, but he don't know. So I mean, I don't know.
So the sadness is that that I'm believing or that I think that I'm feeling. The sadness is that because you don't. I mean, the normality of life, it doesn't feel normal, or um, you don't feel as though I'm thinking this, that you don't feel as though that's normal for you to have to experience.
No, there's nothing. Nobody should have to experience. It's like this not something that you see like normally, like in the real world. Not too much anyway, and not people that's close to you. It's something that you see on TV. I didn't think that there was something that would happen to me.
Mm.
It's like something that you would see on Lifetime or something. And it's just, I don't know, it was just weird. She would ask for pictures of him while he was first born, like as he coming out. She would ask for the sonograms, and when she asked that, I wouldn't talk to her no more. And then I'm like, I just wouldn't talk to her no more. Then she would call and she was like, hey, can I take the baby shopping? And I'm like, he 2 weeks old. Like, if you want to buy him something, then cool. I don't care about you buying him nothing. But he cannot physically go because he really don't need to be out the house. He only 2 weeks old. But she would ask stuff like that. And I'm like, who calls to take a 2 week old baby shopping? Like, he don't even know what shopping is. And it's weird. And it started making me feel uncomfortable. And I was talking to my cousin, and I was like, she got a lot of baby stuff in her trunk. Because one day she popped her trunk and she was like, I want to bring you something. And she had a bunch of baby stuff in there. And so, like, she was saying like it was for her baby that she was carrying. but the whole time it's for my baby. And I'm like, she kept giving me the stuff, and I'm like, you need that for your baby. You get ready to have your baby before I have mine. And she's like, oh, he got plenty of stuff. He got plenty of stuff. So it's like she would, and she don't work. So it's like she would just give it to me, and I'm like, I don't want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because you done gave me enough stuff. Like you need this for your baby. You don't work or whatever. She like, he got plenty of stuff. I mean, but in her head, her baby was my baby. So all this stuff really was for my baby. That's why she said he had plenty of stuff. And I don't know.
So to say the confusion
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
was thinking, I mean, with a situation like that, um, that will cause a person to be confused, cause you to be confused.
And when everything like hit the fan and I had to go through all that, she tried to reach out to me and text me or call me, and she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, you know what, I can't talk to you no more because I just went through a lot with my baby, and he too young to experience this and stuff like that. Like I shouldn't be having to prove, that my baby is my baby. Like, cause I could have got my baby taken away, or I could have went to jail for kidnapping, and that's not even what the case was. So she called and she was apologizing. I'm like, I don't know if I can forgive you because like this you put me through too much. Not only that, my baby, and you got it like all over the city and all over Amber Alerts and y'all talking to news reporters. So she said, well, my baby died and I didn't know how to take it, but she was never pregnant. Her baby never died. Her son was one of my good friends. So like when I told him, I was like, this was way before she was supposed to give birth to the baby that she was pretending to have. And I talked to him and I was like, your mom pregnant. She's supposed to be having a boy. And he was like, what? I said, yeah, your mom's supposed to be having a boy. And I told him, I was like, she named him close to your name, Kelvin. And so he was like, my mom not having no baby. He was like, don't let her lie to you. Like, don't let my mama lie to you. He said, stay away from her. Like, she being crazy. And I was just telling him. And he was like, no, that's not true. He was like, just stay away from her. Because, like, he was like, she trying to do something. Just stay away from her.
So you was trying, you seems as though you were trying to put things together when you were talking to her son about it. So
mm-hmm.
you was trying to put her actions
Yeah, I
and
was
what he
letting him
was
know.
trying to put together
Yeah,
and
let
get an
him know what's
understanding.
going on. And then I was trying to see how he felt about the situation because he the last kid that she had. And it's been well over 20 some years ago. So I was just talking to him about the situation and see if he knew about it and was he excited that he's gonna have a sibling. But he was like, I'm not having no brother. Like my mom lying to you. Like she crazy. Like stay away from her. So I did. That's what I did. And then she started going on social media, making videos, talking bad, and it was just like I don't know. It just was like a nightmare that never ended. And I had to watch my baby like everywhere I went. I could not turn my head for 1 second. Even if I needed to grab something that was nearby, I still wouldn't do that because she lived in the same city that I lived in. Same city and state, and it's not hard for you to run into somebody. Because she was in the places that I wouldn't even think that she would be. And it was just weird because I don't know to think like if she was following me or if she was already there before I came. Because I don't know because I didn't see her when I got there. So it was just, I don't know.
Well, in this session here, we're about to run out of time, but I would like to follow up with you on my next session. Would that be okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today, but I feel like we need to clarify some things a little more
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So, my next session, well, then if you